Hi, I wanted to take just a few minutes to go over this assignment with you so that you understand what's being asked of you and why. So, this assignment is really going to focus in on time management. And this semester, we're really going to be considering time management, how we're using our time, and how we can make goals to better meet our time requirements. So, you will start by completing this survey to determine how well you manage your time. Upon completion, you want to keep your survey results open so you can reference those when responding to the prompts below, the questions below. So, here's the survey. It says, how well do you manage your time? In this interaction, you will see if you can account for a week's worth of activity. Can you fit everything in? Then you'll hit next. So that you're clear, there's a couple of pages of these bars where you will determine how much time you spend a week on each item. So when I think about sleeping, I'm going to use this slider and I'm going to go up to 56 hours because I know I try to sleep 8 hours per night and usually I get there. So then I'm going to think about eating. I know that I spend about an hour every day eating. So we'll say 7 hours there. Working, I generally work 40 hours a week. Studying, currently I'm not in classes, so I'm not doing any sort of studying that wouldn't fall under working category, but you might be. So not only in this course might you be studying, but something else you can consider under studying as time that you have to read for your classes, along with looking at notes, making notes, typical studying thoughts. You can also put under studying time that you are spending completing actual assignments, what you think that should be. Then exercising, I'm going to put 7 hours because I try to exercise for 1 hour per day. At school, here is where you can put the time you will spend actually on campus. Additionally, you might consider at school time that you're going to set aside specifically to work on assignments. This and studying might overlap a little bit, so you can kind of determine between these two sliders how you want to divide that time to accurately show what it is that you do or think you should be doing. Then I think about transportation. So when I'm thinking about my transportation, I know I will spend an hour and a half a week commuting to and from work. But in addition to that, I have to pick up groceries and drop off my daughter at school and my son at work and various other things. So I'm going to say I spend about 5 hours a week in transportation. Personal hygiene, I figure I spend an hour on that per day. Chores, probably an hour. It averages out to about an hour per day. TV, I probably watch 2 hours of TV per day. Organized groups, this could be a club that you're involved in. If you join a club here at Valencia, or maybe you're on a recreational sports team, anything like that would be organized groups. I think about 7 hours is the least it wants you to put in there. So I'll go ahead and use that volunteering. Anytime you volunteer for something, you want to consider that. Social media, I'll probably spend an hour a day. So I'm going to put 7 hours there. Hobbies, I'm going to put in about 5 hours on hobbies. And then time alone, I like to have an hour, maybe a little bit more per day. So I'm going to say 10 hours just to see where we're at. So what happens at the end here is that you get a chart showing you how you spend your time, and it allows you to calculate how many hours a week you are actually doing things with the 168 hours allotted. If it were me, I would encourage you to take a screenshot or take a quick picture of this just so that you don't lose it, because it may, there's going to be an assignment later in the semester that it could be helpful to have a picture of this. So I want to take some time to look at how much time I'm actually doing. So I'm going to just add up all of these numbers at the bottom. So at 56 plus 7 plus 40 plus 7 plus 5 plus 7 plus 7 plus 10 plus 7 plus 7 plus 5 plus 10. And that put me at exactly 168 hours. Fun fact, I did not plan that. It just worked out that way. So as it currently stands, if I use my time in the way that I'm saying I'm using my time, I'm going to end up with enough time to do the things that I have planned to do. And that gives me time for hobbies, or being in an organized group, or, whatever that might be. So that's going to be my social time with friends, right? So now that you have this completed, you can go to the next and fill out this, but you're not required to. What you are required to do is then go back into the assignment and answer the following questions. So I'm going to put this in student view so that you can see it the way you would see it. And I'm going to complete this assignment just like you would. So I'm going to go to Start Assignment. And here, I'm just going to pick up and copy and paste these questions. So what did I learn from doing the survey? So I'm going to answer my question. First thing I learned was that I have all of my allotted hours full, which means if I add something new to my schedule, I will need to remove something from my weekly list of time commitments. That's a really important piece for you to be able to acknowledge. So, yes, my time currently is really okay. I can fit everything in, but just a minor tweak, because I don't have any extra time in here, just a minor change means I need to consider changing something. So if we go back over to my survey results, which I did not keep up, like I told you to. If we go back to my survey results, I did take a picture. You may recall I spent 10 hours a week. I'd asked for 10 hours a week of just alone time. Well, I will probably have to sacrifice that time if I have extra chores to do, or if I decide to go do something extra with my friends that's not accounted for. Did the results surprise me? Yes, my results did surprise me, because I did, in fact, have enough time to complete what I think I should be able to. But I was also surprised not to have any extra hours in the week. I didn't realize that I was using all 168 minutes available to me. So that's pretty interesting to me. All right. Now, because I don't want these ones here, and this is just a formatting thing, you can go from that to bullet points. So I'm going to do that. And to do that, I just went here and here. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm being picky at this point. It's just, it looks all the same. Okay, what areas do I spend the most of my time? I spend the majority of my time sleeping and working. When I say that out loud, friends, I have to tell you that it doesn't necessarily make me feel warm and fuzzy on the inside. Based on your survey results, how much time do you spend on school-related activities? Well, I'm not in school, so I'm going to say work-related. And so I spend 40 hours per week working on, and in this case, it is school-related activities because I teach activities. So that's good for me to know that this is something that I am doing. And then the final thing is what might help me improve my time management. And I've already kind of alluded to this, really thinking about what I need to take away if I had. So what might help me improve my time management? Perhaps making a daily schedule and keeping a calendar will help me better manage my time to increase extra hours in the week. As I said before, you saw my my chart, and I'm using 168 hours. Well, if I'm thinking better through my time, if I'm scheduling, perhaps I can get that down to 160 hours where I have 8 hours of just free time to do what I want to spend more time watching TV, to spend more time out with friends, to spend more time shopping, whatever it is that you do, whatever your hobbies are, to really maximize hobby time, family time, whatever. So I'm going to say maybe making a schedule would help me, maybe keeping a calendar, perhaps just focusing better on given tasks would reduce time spent to provide extra hours in the week. I'm struggling to type here. Okay, so here are my responses. You'll notice it's just a sentence or two. You want to put some thought into this. I had a chance to look at these questions and think about them before, so my answers were pretty rapid. You, especially as you're answering this final question, thinking about how you can improve your time management, think about what you've tried in the past that works. Think about what you haven't tried. Think about things that maybe you've tried that did not work and consider why they didn't work. Should you try those again or try something new? Really, at this point, I just want you thinking about how you might improve your time management moving forward so that you can really maximize your use of time and be successful in this course and your other courses as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. And one final note, if you took that screenshot earlier of your graph and you add it to your assignment here, and you can do that by adding just a copying and pasting it in, or something to that effect, or adding a submission to comment here. You can comment and then add an attachment, anything like that. I will give you 1 point extra credit just for providing a copy of your graph at the end. I hope this video helped you understand the importance of this assignment. And then finally, I'm going to submit the assignment. I hope this completion of this assignment really helped you to understand what I'm looking for and why we're doing this assignment.